So I'm back home and I am working on a layout for Wild Whisper Designs. I'm going to take all of my inspiration from this one sheet of paper. This is from the newest collection, which is called Home for the Holidays. So I don't celebrate Christmas, but Susie was sweet enough to send me a couple of sheets from the collection that were more winter themed and not holiday themed. And one of them was this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous background paper with these beautiful, beautiful snowy trees, and I just had to use it. So I printed out a photo of both of my boys, and I'm going to create an 8.5 by 11 layout. And as soon as I saw this paper, I knew exactly what photo I wanted to use. It's a bit older. I think it was probably taken in 2008 or 2009, because my little guy's 11 and he looks like 2 or 3 there. So I decided that, I was just going to scrapbook this picture again, because this paper was too, I had to. So what I did was I got my Tim Holtz snowflake stencil, and I got my Shimmers pasties. This is the Puttin' on the Glitz pasties, which means it's strictly glittery. It's not, there's no color to it. And I'm just going to take my little palette knife here and I'm going to run the texture paste through the stencil. And I'm going to end up with beautiful glittery, glittery, glittery snowflakes on my page. And I love the way this turned out. It was so pretty. I used a little too much texture paste the first time. I forgot how thick it was, and that that a little goes a long way. But I chose 3 parts of my layout to go ahead and apply that texture to, and then I'm going to set it aside to dry. This layout is very quick because a lot of the stuff was very kind of tedious. So the next thing I did was I took my Tim Holtz Snowflake Punch. Okay, so I have a thing with Tim Holtz and snowflakes. He doesn't make a bad snowflake at all, ever, and I love them. If I need any kind of snowflake mixed media, stencils, stamps, or punches, Tim Holtz, that's where you want to go because they make the best snowflakes. So I am using some fractured ice embossing powder, which I got from the Wild Whisper store. It's from Emerald Creek, and it is the most glorious embossing powder ever. Seriously, it is amazing. So I'm putting a couple of coats on each of these snowflakes, I think 2 or sometimes 3, depending on the snowflake and how it looked when all the embossing powder melted. So the first time I went through, I used this Distress ink embossing powder, and I think it was too dry because it just wasn't, like, the embossing powder wasn't really like sticking real good to it. So I just kind of ran into my stash, into my Rascog, which sits beside me, and now I'm going to pull out my really good and sticky Versamark ink, and I'm going to get much, much better results with them. I'm going to do the same thing. So here are all of my pretty, pretty, pretty snowflakes. And I'm just going to go ahead and go through, and I'm going to pop them all down with some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive. And then I'm going to, some of them I think I popped out in. I also started to have trouble with the snowflakes. There was a few of them that didn't want to behave, and I ended up losing one of the little arms. And then in the close-ups, the one that you'll see up there by the corner of my boy's head, it like tucked itself underneath the photo, and it looks like it's torn too in the photos. So yeah. Oh well. These are little charms. These are also from Emerald Creek, and I also got them in the Wild Whisper Design store. I'm going to add a little bit of this lovely twine, which is from Maya Road, and you can find that at the Spiegel Mom Scraps store, and she sells it in smaller little bunches, so you don't have to buy a big whole roll. And I am going to go ahead and just tie a little bow on the top of that little snowflake charm, and then I'm going to adhere it to my layout with Pop Dots, and I'm going to end up adhering 3 of them to the layout with the Pop Dots. And then I grabbed the sequin mix from Oh, it was from, let me see if I can find the collection so I can tell you the collection accurately. It is from the Strong and Free collection, and when you buy it in the Wow Whisper shop, it has red maple leaves in it, and I used all of those. So, but that's okay because I still had all these gorgeous gray and clear and little tealy colored sequins, which were a perfect match to this layout. So, I think that the best way to see this layout is to watch me do it on the video. It was super hard to photograph, and it doesn't, the photographs still don't do it justice at all. It's so beautiful in real life. Like, it's just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. It's white on white, and it kind of looks like my kids are like walking into the background paper, and I just love how this turned out. I have been kind of blah about a lot of my layouts. My last couple creative periods, I've just kind of felt like they weren't good, or I don't know, I just wasn't happy with them. But this layout, I'm super happy with. It just came out so pretty. And there's some close-ups. So be sure to stop by the Wild Whisper shop. You can find all the links below for all the products, and have a wonderful day. Bye!